to the show, everyone. We are here in Rundle Mall thanks to the Women's and Children's Hospital Foundation. I love it when I get a bit of attention from my boss, and he's just come down. Clearly he's heard that I'm in a snuggie. He's concerned about my fashion sense. He understands I'm taking one for the team, so here I am down here today in Rundle Mall with the Lord Mayor. I hope you've all got your cameras out and you're taking photos of the Lord Mayor and I in a snuggie in Rundle Mall. Do you know what? When I retire from radio and I look back on my 16-year broadcasting career, I'm going to get this photo out. I'm going to go, there you go, kids. How were the fun days? It's fantastic. We are having so much fun. Great to see so many listeners down here. Thanks to the Women's and Children's Hospital Foundation, we are raising awareness and money, of course, today for them to buy a neonatal incubator, a very important piece of equipment for the intensive care ward. $25,000 they cost. Please give generously. I've given a couple of gold coins. I picked myself up a few air fresheners, which is good for the Tarago. I always need air fresheners for that Tarago. Tanya's from Clifton Park. We've asked the question, what would you like to see happen in Rundle Mall? What do you love about Rundle Mall, or what do you hate about Rundle Mall? Do you have any suggestions? Hi, Tanya.
Hi, Tanya. I'm all ears.
I would love to see, I happen to go through quite a bit, and the last few weeks I've been going up to see my husband, Flinders Hospital, but I have yearned for this for ages. I would love to see some store or something that would sell a piece of fish grilled fried with maybe a salad or a few chips. I am really sick now. I don't mean this nastily, but it's all sushi, or that. How about a
They've forgotten to cook the fish.
Yeah, they've forgotten the fish. Tanya was on last week. We've got What's Your Problem segment. Tanya called up. Good to see you raising it again, Tanya. Squeaky wheel gets oiled. Isn't that the saying? Because I'm with you on that one. Where's the fish and chip shops, Lord Mayor? What's happened? We just don't want sushi. We want. Dear Tanya wants to be able to get a grilled piece of fish and a minimum of chips. Is that too much to ask?
Damn close to speechless, but there are some really good fish and chip shops not far from here. The one I used to go to when I was a uni student that's really good, and I don't know if I'm meant to promote individual businesses, but Paul's is an icon.
Oh yeah, Guja Street.
Guja Street. That is just
Can you get a takeaway piece of fish? I'm sure you could.
I reckon if you popped in and said, "Can I have some takeaway?" I don't think they're going to say no.
Yeah, no.
But there isn't a proliferation of fish and chip shops in the city. There's no doubt about it. I'll fix it.
Maybe you could get a little stall here or something. You know, like one of your kiosks.
Well, and they're the food carts that we're trying to do. So we've had these wonderful, food trucks that we're trying to get in. It's not about those people stealing the business of existing. We actually want to build more of a vibe, so more people come in, more people spend more time. More. I know, it's keeping them in here once they're here. Well done, Tanya. You never know, your wish may come true. Neville's from Adelaide. Hi, Neville.
Hiya.
Very well.
I bring my golden retriever into the mall regularly. She has a bit of a pat and meets people. But there's no water fountain. If I want to get her a drink, I've got to go all the way to North Terrace, and there's no actual water fountain in the mall.
That is a very good suggestion. Because it's dog friendly, isn't it, Rundle Mall?
Well, yeah, absolutely, and it's a really good point. In fact, one of the things I've always marvelled about when I've gone to the US is you can take your dogs inside the shopping centres there. So you can take your dog into Macy's, which is really bizarre, and they're always little dogs that are well manicured and look a bit whispered.
Well, they poop in your handbag rather than on the floor, so that's all right.
But this is one that I can absolutely guarantee will be building into the new Rundle Mall management, the new Rundle Mall development that will happening, because look, absolutely, there's a great story. A few years ago I tried to get free bottle filling stations in the mall. I actually got voted down by the rest of the council, and I was kind of saying, hang on, oxygen and water, surely we should do this. So I think it's time for change, and we'll certainly get that in. Another little fact, because I love my little facts from cities all over the world, there's something like 50 water fountains in Zurich, and you can actually drink from all of them. You can actually drink from the water fountains living in Zurich.
Wow.
Because the water is so fresh and they don't chlorinate it. I wouldn't recommend doing that in ours.
Maybe
so
not here.
don't do that, people.
But I do like the idea of actually the water fountains, because it's been proven that particularly with children, if they have access to free liquid like water, then they don't go and buy horrendous fizzy drinks. Now maybe...
And hydration's important.
It is, and maybe that's the reason why I got voted down, because obviously people, particularly cafe owners, will be a bit titchy about that because they make a lot of money from their beverages, but I think the overarching health benefits have to outweigh the commerciality of that sort of decision.
Is it that controversial to say that water should not cost more than petrol or Coke or beer?
Yeah.
Surely that's not that radical, is it?
No, it's not. I think that's a great suggestion. Good on you, Neville. I'm sure that the Lord Mayor is going to take that suggestion very seriously indeed, and it is a great thing, particularly for pet owners. Carol's on the line from Crayfors. How are you, Carol?
Oh, really good, Amanda. Good. Really good suggestion in relation to the water. I'd just like to make a point that I remember the days we took out cars from Rundle Mall to make it pedestrian friendly, and from a crowd behaviour point of view, we filled it with I think way too many of these little stalls. There's just too many of the same thing, and they're taking up a lot of space and a lot of room, and I think it feels very crowded at times and very congested. And the other point I have to make is the Lord Mayor. This is the only city in the world that actually built a stadium on a greenfield site, and crowd behaviours at stadiums demonstrate that they don't really go shopping after they go to football. But secondly to that, I did a survey of the north of Adelaide, and most of those people that I spoke to will not be going shopping on days when there's a football match on.
Okay,
So I want to...
A couple of quick comments, if I may. Look, the Rundle Mall master plan that we put out actually completely agreed with you regarding clutter. We want to look after the existing business owners. We're not just going to knock on their door and tell them they don't have a business anymore. That's not exactly good for business. But the whole principle of the new Rundle Mall master plan will be to actually clear up the middle. So you've got sight lines, so you can see where the shops are, so you can fill it up full of people, so that you can provide space for buskers, etc. So bingo, absolutely 100%. In terms of shopping and game day, look, I kind of agree, but for me it's the beer before a game, beer during the game, and beer after a game syndrome. It's also the pubs, the clubs, the dining venues. It may also be that the blokes are going to go to the footy and the girls are going to shop, or vice versa. I would not want to have anyone say, hang on, let's not stereotype, because actually I think 50% of people that go to the footy are women. So,
but the thing is that, I mean, and I get what Carol's actually saying about that, but I also think of how many people are going to come in from regional South Australia. I mean, that's the thing. If there's a big match at the I mean, I probably won't shop in the city because I'm here all the time, and I just live in Goodwood, so I'll just be nipping in to see the footy. But if you're living in regional South Australia, if you're living in the Clare Valley, the Barossa, whatever, you'll probably come down the night before. You'll probably come down, you'll stay in a hotel, you'll go out for dinner, you'll get up in the morning, you'll go shopping, you'll go and have breakfast down at the East End, you'll do all those city-based things, you'll go to the museum, you'll go to the art gallery.
Pop in for a tour at the town hall.
Correct. See, your chamber's always a highlight on anyone's tour of Adelaide.
It is beautiful. It's the oldest local government in all of Australia.
No, it is beautiful. And then that's how and people often always give me this argument about the government spending money on the stadium, and they go, why are they putting the money into the stadium and not into the hospital? And I go, because the investment that they're going to make in the stadium is going to give us more money through GST revenue to improve the hospitals even more. Like, we actually have to build these destinations so that we get more money from people. We'll get interstate travellers.
Yeah,
like, it is going to invigorate the city. Absolutely, there's no question of it.
Those pesky Victorians fucking get away with that.
I am one.
Will fly over, they'll stay in a hotel room, they'll be able to take in a round of golf right next door to the Adelaide Oval, see a game of footy, and actually get on the plane and go home. And it's all going to be really compact, and it's all going to be within walking distance, and country people as well. So look, each to their own. Some people come in and straight out. Some people will come in for a meal before. Some will go out for a beer afterwards. all sorts of stuff, but at least you've got the choice, because
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you know, with all due respect to West Lakes, you ain't got a whole pile of choice,
You've
really.
not got much going on out there at all. Maria's on the line. How are you, Maria?
Well, thank you. Hi, Amanda.
What's your suggestion?
I think it would be great if you could have like a golf cart, like valet service going from one end of the mall to the other. Because sometimes when you're shopping, like if I'm in Myers, for example, I'm just so tired by the end of it that I'm thinking, I wish I could just get a ride to DJ.
You need to get a bit more match fit, Maria. Come on, do a bit of practicing at home, a bit of walking around with shopping bags. Come on. How hard is it?
It's hard work to manage it.
Shopping can be hard work.
Oh, I love
well, we
it.
do have that one. We do have one electric little go-kart, but it is generally targeted at older people. And all human beings need at least 30 minutes of walking every day to be healthy. And also there is a plan for a tram loop that is going to connect one end of the, not through the mall, but going to go down from one end of the mall to another. And so we really want to make the city easier to get round. And also if you are a pedestrian, at the moment you spend 33% of your time waiting at traffic lights. We are going to try and turn that around a little bit. And so when you come in, you know, if there are more pedestrians than there are cars, and so we kind of think that if you're a pedestrian, you should actually have a little bit more of a right of way than the cars that are coming through the city. So widening footpaths, making outdoor dining, providing shelter, making it so that you don't have to press a button to get permission to cross across the road. All of those sorts of things, you know, even those little countdowns so that you know how long it is till the lights change. So young people could even maybe choose to actually run across the road knowing that they've got a countdown. Those sorts of things, so that it's not all a bit of a guess. So we want to make the city a really good place to walk everywhere.
Well, I reckon you're certainly getting the job done, and it's fantastic to see Lord Mayor Stephen Yarwood in your snuggie. Has everyone got a photo of the Lord Mayor?
No.
Excellent. It's a great one, isn't it? Isn't it fabulous? We're going to send it to Daniels Direct. You know, you're going to be the new spokesperson for them in about 5 minutes.
I would have looked better in one of those pink t-shirts supporting the women's and children's hospital. They're doing a great job.
I know, they are indeed. Please come down and join us. We've got half an hour left. Come and bring your gold cone, mate. Gold coin. I was looking at my boss's head when I said gold coin. Gold coin.
He looks great. He must shop in the Rundle Mall.
He does. He looks quite stylish today. I like a man in a scarf.
Definitely
Well done,
Rundle
Shawnee.
Mall
Well
attire.
done.
Yeah.
We'll be back in just a moment after the news headlines.
Cooking in style.